This woke self-loathing.
And we will never let the woke left take it away.
Is because they're putting woke ideology
to a woke mob that can't even tell you what a woman is.
Donald Trump frequently criticizing woke culture and accused Democrats for being obsessed with identity politics and for trying to cease anyone who disagrees with them. Did he just awaken a cultural shift in America? That's the big question we're about to find out. So let's get started. Trump's impact on American culture. Before knowing what woke culture actually referring to and the effects, it's important to know about Trump's impact on American culture. First, let's talk about the economy. During his tenure, the United States witnessed record-breaking job growth, a soaring stock market, and historic tax cuts. Trump's influence was undeniable. He encouraged a wave of political engagement, inspiring people from all walks of life to get involved, run for office, and challenge the status quo. Trump's economic policies, including tax cuts and deregulation, were hailed by many as a boon for American businesses and workers. With increased economic security, many Americans felt a newfound sense of hope and optimism. They were empowered to pursue their dreams and aspirations, contributing to a culture of self-reliance and entrepreneurship. Donald Trump's populist appeal also played a significant role in shaping the culture of America. He tapped into the concerns and frustrations of working-class Americans who felt left behind by globalization and the political elite. However, Trump was no stranger to controversy. His blunt, unfiltered style often clashed with political correctness. Some saw this as a breath of fresh air, while others found it divisive. But one thing is certain: Donald Trump had a significant impact on American culture: the rise of woke culture. Now let's shift our focus to the woke movement, which emerged as a counterbalance to Trump's presidency. While it advocates for social justice and inclusivity, some argue that it has led to a culture of cancel culture and political correctness. In the West, the term woke has become a lightning rod on both the left and the right, a symbol of a modern culture war, but its origins are far from modern. It first emerged in the US in the 1940s from the word awake, and was used to describe someone who is well informed on issues of social injustice, particularly racism. More recently, it has been adopted as a ubiquitous watchword for a wide variety of social movements.
I'm here because actual life does matter, and women will be dying at an exponential rate without abortion care.
Including LGBTQ issues, feminism, immigration, and marginalized communities. Remember the hashtag #MeToo movement? It gave a voice to countless survivors of sexual harassment and assault.
Almost all women have experienced sexual aggression or harassment, either at work or in their day-to-day life. So the problem is huge.
Sparking important conversations about consent and respect. Woke culture also pushed for greater diversity and representation in media, entertainment, and workplaces. This meant more opportunities for marginalized communities. Trump has been criticizing on the extreme facets of this culture can stifle free speech and discourage open dialogue.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true.
He argues that it may inadvertently create a culture of fear and self-censorship. Why is there so much controversy around woke culture? The rise of woke capitalism refers to corporations' attempts to show their support for progressive causes. The question is whether they are genuinely working for social justice and well-being, or simply exploiting good intentions for profit. Moreover, the ideology of wokeness poses significant challenges when it comes to addressing certain issues because of its reductionist perspective that filters the world through the prism of power dynamics rooted in identity, wherein oppression is predominantly attributed to individuals who are perceived as white, male, heterosexual. Even mass people argue that woke culture has led to cancel culture, which is the practice of boycotting or shaming individuals or organizations that are deemed to have acted inappropriately or offensively. They argue that cancel culture stifles free speech and debate, and that it is often used to silence dissenting voices. However, it turns out that woke culture places too much emphasis on identity politics, which can lead to a narrow focus on issues related to race, gender, and sexuality, at the expense of other important issues such as economic inequality and foreign policy. Trump's supporters often view woke culture as a threat to their traditional values and way of life. They believe that woke activists are trying to rewrite history and silence dissenting voices. They fear that woke culture is divisive and undermines American unity. The woke movement versus Donald Trump. Donald Trump and some Republicans have been critical of woke culture. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis have made opposition to woke culture a central theme of their campaigns. They argue that woke culture represents a war on merit and achievement, and that it is a form of cultural Marxism that puts identity politics ahead of merit and achievement. Alongside Ron, Trump's surprising comment on woke culture came as a big blow. He referred to trans identity as sick and deliberately misgendered people. He then detoured into why he is wary of using the word woke. It was also one of those rare moments in which Trump said something true.
It's gone sick. And I don't like the term woke because I hear woke, woke, woke. You know, it's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
Trump has specifically criticized woke culture in the areas of education, business, and the media.
Woke multinational corporations who are mentally ill in many cases. They're sick.
He has said that woke culture is leading to the teaching of critical race theory in schools, which he believes is a form of indoctrination. He has also criticized woke culture for leading to the censorship of conservative voices in the business world and the media. On the other hand, proponents of woke culture pointed out as it is necessary to address systemic racism, sexism, and other forms of injustice. They believe that woke culture is a force for good and that it is making America a more just and equitable society. Trump's critics argue that his attacks on woke culture are a smokescreen for his own racism and sexism. They say that he is using the term woke to attack anyone who disagrees with him, especially people of color and women. They also argue that Trump's attacks on woke culture are divisive and are harming American society. The bigger picture. So where can we find common ground between Trump supporters and woke activists? Trump's attacks on woke culture have been met with both praise and criticism. His supporters see him as a champion against the forces of wokeness, while his critics argue that his attacks are divisive and harmful. However, it's essential to recognize that both have also contributed to the division in our society. The extreme polarization we see today isn't solely the work of one side. Besides, both sides could benefit from open, empathetic conversations that allow for the exchange of ideas and perspectives. This would foster a culture of inclusivity and understanding. In conclusion, Donald Trump's impact on the culture of America is undeniably complex. While his presidency stirred the pot and exacerbated divisions in some areas, it also ignited important conversations about free speech, economic prosperity, and the role of government in the lives of everyday American. But in the end, the debate over Trump versus woke culture is likely to continue for many years to come. It is a complex issue with no easy answers. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of these two movements. Remember, it's okay to have differing opinions, but it's essential to find common ground and work towards a better future for all. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. Until next time, goodbye.